This is Val. Hiya, Val.
Hiya.
Hi. Val. You see, you're raising a dilemma I think is particularly sensitive. People's children, people who can't control their children in restaurants or airplanes or anywhere, incredibly irritating but toxic. How on earth do you approach that? Have you ever been tempted to say, excuse me, your child is creating a lot of noise here? Or...
I have done on many times.
And
have
the reaction is, you're very braver than me.
Yeah.
What's the reaction been?
A bit varied. I think some people just tell me to mind my own business, which my answer to that is, it is my business because you're doing this in a public space. I'm paying for a decent meal and I'd like to be able to enjoy it.
And what kind of behaviour are we talking about? Because obviously a child at a table who might be having a bit of a tantrum, but they're sitting down and you have to deal with that.
that's totally different.
Yeah. So what are you talking about?
I'm talking about people that think that a restaurant is a good excuse to let their children run riot and run around the tables screaming and squawking. It's just unacceptable.
So is she right to take issue with them?
Yeah, I think I agree. It's a very tricky one to handle, and I think there has to be like one measure. There's like tolerance for small children's behaviour. I do still have sympathy for parents who are trying to sort of get out and have a meal out, and they've got children, and you know, lots of kids just won't sit there totally quietly all the time. But I agree, if they're actually tearing about the place, being a menace, being very noisy, stopping you enjoying your meal, I think what I do, some parents, you know, can be very confrontational. Maybe have a word with the staff in the restaurant and say, you know, this is very difficult for us to enjoy our meal. Could you maybe ask those parents if they could at least keep their child sitting at the table? Sometimes as well, it staggers me, this is my gripe, that when parents go out and they have nothing to entertain small children with them, because when we take my grandchildren out, or when I used to take my kids out when they were little, we'd have books and things to draw, you know, all sorts of things on the go to entertain them with, and maybe say to the restaurant, you need to get some stuff to entertain kids, you know, because some places you go, they immediately come to you with colouring and pens and pencils.
And they enjoy that.
And actually you gravitate to those restaurants as a parent, if you know the restaurants that come with the colouring books and things.
Yeah. So I think, say to the restaurant, you know, you've got young customers here, entertain them.
Well, listen, Val, I think you're very brave taking
people
to task. I really do, but I think you're right, though. Thank you, Val. Nice to talk to you.